Hi, Barbies.
Hi, Barbie.
Come on, Barbies, let's go party. So, it is another perfect day in Barbieland. Excellent. And we zoom on to the Barbie Zoo, where our characters are hanging out doing their daily actions. So today at Barbie Zoo is actually a special event celebrating all realms of science. So we've got some guest speakers talking to the visitors, namely our astronaut Barbie and our cowgirl Barbie. As zookeeper Barbie, you're working. Zookeeper Barbie, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing today around the zoo?
So, excuse the expression, but it's like a zoo in here. Normally, I'm having to keep track of the animals and make sure that the tourist groups are getting their rounds and everyone gets to interact and see the animals. But now we also have all these guest speakers. So, I think I want to go make sure that astronaut Barbie has everything she needs because she's gotten to see the zoo from outer space.
Incredible. Astronaut Barbie, how are you doing with the crowds that are coming up to you to chat?
I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I didn't get a dress code for this event, and it's quite hot outside. I'm still in my uniform, but I've taken to sticking to the Arctic exhibits, just to kind of deal with that. But I'm mostly trying to do a little trivia, to see what people know about the galaxy, our stars, and in an attempt to make it anything zoo related, I'm giving out treats to anybody who guesses which constellations are animal themed.
I love that. And cowgirl Barbie, I'm gonna actually tell you exactly where you are because there is a petting zoo area. And I
That's
imagine
what I was
that.
thinking. I was like, I want to be at the petting zoo. Perfect.
So how are your talks going today?
My talks are going just dandy. I've been showing the folk how to best take care of the animals, like how to properly tack and clean them up, and where to pet them, where not to, and how to make sure that they feel totally safe and secure, not skittish at all.
Excellent. So as y'all are checking in with each other and giving these talks, interacting with the guests, zookeeper Barbie, Davy, and astronaut Barbie, which astronaut Barbie, can you remind me of your nickname? It's Barb, right?
Yes, you can call me
Okay.
anything you want, really. I don't mind.
Okay, so Davy and Barb, you notice actual director of animal care Barbie is walking in with vet tech Barbie. And they go over to the polar bear exhibit and they're gonna check in real quick. So director of animal care Barbie is your direct supervisor, zookeeper Barbie. So she comes up and she goes, "Hi Barbies, how are we doing? Everything okay?"
Hi, Barbie. Well, it's just a perfect day here in Barbie World Zoo. How are you enjoying it?
Oh, just wonderful. I've got the vet tech here to do the general rounds with our polar bear.
Hi, Barbie.
Oh,
Now,
hi.
did you use rollerblades or scooter, or how did you arrive here?
Oh, I used my oh gosh, what's it called?
Moped?
Pogo stick?
Segway.
Segway.
I wish it was a pogo stick. Yeah, I used my Segway to roll right over, and I'm just gonna do a quick checkup on the polar bear, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Okay, thanks, Barbie.
Wonderful. I'll see y'all later. And Vet Tech Barbie waves. Director of Animal Care Barbie comes over to you, Barb's astronaut Barbie, and goes, "You're looking a little bit nervous. Could I get you anything? We just want today to be a huge success."
Me? Nervous?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, any water?
I don't. I've got some space food with me right now. It actually fulfills all the caloric nutrients and just basic health needs I need in a day. Did I say that? I said need twice in that sentence. Was I?
Oh, that's excellent.
I
No, you're fine. I love that.
okay. What did you ask me?
Just do you need any water or anything? I
Yes,
just want to make
water.
sure that you're
Yeah,
okay,
that'd be
great. I'll go
okay.
grab.
Oh
Okay.
God, I'm sweating.
You know, I'm my direct superior, Barbie. How about I take care of Bob? I'll get the water. You do whatever you need. We're fine here. So fine.
Oh, Oh, thank you. Well, yes, y'all go ahead. I'll go check in at the petting zoo, see how Cowgirl Barbie is doing. She walks out of the exhibit and you hear a bang and a crash and a shrill scream from behind the polar bear exhibit.
Oh no.
Yes. What would y'all like to do hearing this bang, crash, and scream?
I would like to locate the nearest emergency button siren response all hands on deck type.
Yeah,
Oh,
excellent.
please evacuate in an orderly fashion type announcement.
Yes. So I think you can hit that pretty easily. There's going to be a crowd response to that. Would you like to try to manage the crowd response with a roll, or are you just bouncing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that this is going to be. What do you think, rules lawyer? What would make sense for this?
This is to manage the crowd.
Yeah.
It's tough between Gaslight and Girl Boss. I mean, could this be a sake where, or a case where she argues it?
Yeah, I think you could argue this. Do you have a preference?
I would argue if Girl Boss is more like social, impressive in style, I would argue that I'm going for something Gaslight, which is mental. I have training on this. I know this area.
I agree.
We've done drills.
I agree. And since you've done drills, I think you're also adding a profession skill to this.
Okay, so rolling 2d6s?
Yeah, plus the one that you get there. And then plus any other ones that you would get with irrelevant items if they're relevant.
And what I'm going to say for this, since it's a big crowd, but you are trained for it and you're using tools that are near you, I say that this is a challenging challenge. It's a 5 to make sure that the crowd stay calm and go where you want them to go. So you get
So
to
I'm rolling 3 dice.
Yeah.
And it's whichever's the highest.
Yes. You want to beat a
Alrighty.
5.
That's a 4. That's a 2. Come on, Natty. That's a 6.
Yay!
Natty the dog pulls through. So I'll be saying, it's all right, Barbies. I had this free ice cream in the parking lot. Just make a nice orderly way, and Natty will be backing me up, going, row, row, row.
Quick side note, if you were using Natty to help you, then you would technically get another die.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you could roll another one. Not that it would really matter yet, because if you did get a double 6, you haven't marked any failures yet, but you would have rolled 4 dice technically.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Yep.
So the crowd.
Thank you. Actually, lawyer.
So the crowd starts to file out. Astronaut Barbie, are you filing out with the crowd or are you staying behind?
I'm actually, for the first time in this entire day of socializing and teaching, I think Astronaut Barbie is at her calmest. In this situation of peril, she thinks back to the intense training she got to become an astronaut. You know, simulated situations in which oxygen is depleting and she has to fix something in a small amount of time. Crazy simulations to simulate G-force, like all these stressful situations, and she is at her peak, and she's going to try and run towards the screaming, actually.
Excellent. So you run towards the screaming, you get to this back room of the polar bear exhibit, and what you see Vet Tech Barbie, who has fainted. She is full on the ground, unconscious, and you see a perfect polar bear shaped hole in the side of the wall. And as you take that in, we're going to go real quick to Cowgirl Barbie, who the alarms have just gone off. And what you see is a full, can I curse on this?
Yeah, why not?
A full ass polar bear running, and it barrels through the farmyard fences and is heading out towards the town. I want to see if you want to do anything in this moment.
Okay. So it's like, how close am I in relation to the polar bear?
I mean, it's going through the exhibit that you are also in, so pretty close.
Okay. What I want to do is I pull my lasso out.
Excellent.
I start spinning. I'm like, everybody stand back now. And I lasso the polar bear.
Okay. This is a very hard thing. This is a polar bear. You are a Barbie. So I want to set expectations for this. This is going to be a 6 in terms of challenge.
Oh,
This would, I think, be gatekeep. Yeah.
Sure.
Gatekeep, and then what are we adding to this? Because you're using
You're
your
using
lasso.
So 1
I think it's also
could be relevant to cowgirl.
I think it's relevant to profession.
It's not a cow that you would normally be.
But I have
Right,
lasso
this isn't
experience.
something you normally wrangle, but I think that this counts.
Yeah. So that's going to be a total of 5 die.
5 dice because your gatekeep skill is 3. Yes.
Yeah. So you're rolling 5 dice. So you could hit a 6, but I also want to let you know that in terms of what this will do, it will connect you to the polar bear. I don't think you will necessarily like stop the polar bear fully in its
I'm not
tracks.
necessarily trying to stop it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to like get a hold of it.
Yeah. Then knowing that
Okay.
you can roll 5 dice and you're trying to hit a 6.
Yeah. Okay. I got a 2.
Statistically.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
It's going
I got
up.
a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3 dice. You have
I got a
2
1.
more.
Oh, God.
Okay.
One more.
Okay, this is the last one.
Yep.
It landed on my keyboard. Should I...
Try again.
Okay. I think this is a 6. It's this symbol.
You think it's?
it
is there a
6.
1 on
no,
it?
No, it is a 6 because there's a 1. So it's
Okay.
a 6.
I think this is a 6.
It's a fancy die with a pretty symbol.
It doesn't
Okay.
have a 6 on it.
So you get a hold of this polar bear. You have your lasso around it, and this becomes kind of like a harness on the polar bear. And now what you're seeing, astronaut Barbs, is through the polar bear shaped hole. You can see the path the polar bear took, and you now see essentially like water skiing behind it. Cowgirl Barbie.
Oh my God.
Is going with it. You also see from that farm animals are loose.
Oh no.
Are loose and about.
Is this? I'm seeing this unfold in front of me. The polar bear is crashing through a bunch of other exhibits.
Yes. And you do have a fainted vet tech next to you. I think also Zookeeper Barbie, as the crowd is thinning, you are clocking this as well.
Gotcha. I want to take in my surroundings. What I'm trying to do right now is see if I can jerry-rig a radio to call nearby law enforcement. I have a microphone with me, and I think if I can create something that could help the people first in this situation, that maybe the police officer Barbies could help, or maybe the animal control Barbies.
Does your cell phone work?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have a cell phone.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Don't you have a cell phone?
I called 911.
I love it. This happening in real time of astronaut Barbie like, okay, I have to rig this together, and Zookeeper's like, buddy.
I'm gonna do that.
You can call 911. In case you want to glean any more information, I think you could roll Gaslight to see like what's the most pressing concern, where areas.
Let's roll some stuff.
Sweet. So you are.
Yeah. What can't the animal control help us with?
To glean this information, this is just a doable challenge. You want to roll a 4, and your base level for Gaslight
is 3.
Is 3. You're using your cell phone.
So 4 dice.
4 dice.
Ooh.
Anything else?
I wouldn't say this is relevant to being an astronaut.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
4 dice. Was it mission control?
Wait, unless you're. Are you? Wait, this is just getting information, right?
Yes, this is like.
I should say if you were physically scanning the area, you could use your telescope to, but that doesn't seem relevant. So yeah, 4.
I don't think I'm doing that. All right. 3. I got a 6.
Oh, already.
So more than a 4.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the animals that have gotten loose from the farmyard do not appear to be particularly dangerous. You see like some chickens have gotten loose. There's some pigs that have gotten loose, but that's more just like they're running around. They're more a danger to themselves than anybody else. The polar bear has not barreled through any other exhibits. It hit the farmyard and now it's going from what you can tell. However, you, with your astronaut sense of latitude and longitude, you see that the world is a globe. You know immediately looking at it that this polar bear is headed straight towards City Hall.
Oh no.
You recognize that.
If the polar bear is traveling 15 miles per hour and my camper can drive a max speed of 30 miles per hour,
Uh-huh.
I start to do the math and rush towards my car, and I yell out behind me, Davy, I'll be back.
Just make sure that you come back in one piece, Bob.
Do you want to join on this endeavor, or do you want to do stuff here at the zoo?
I have a few ideas here at
Okay.
the zoo.
Well, you have to protect the animals.
Yes, although getting the polar bear back is big too, I feel. Okay. Well, I have 3 ideas, Barbies or GM. Which one is going to be most fruitful? Trying to find like the food, the treat that the polar bear likes to lure it towards something, trying to find like a tranquilizer gun to neutralize it, or trying to do like a Jurassic Park style release the grizzly bear so that they fight each other or something.
I'm going to say one of those is very doable, so it wouldn't require a roll. You like know where the snacks that the polar bear likes are. So you could grab those, no problem.
I'll grab
two,
those and
I
get in
would
the
require.
camper.
Okay.
I think we mentioned this in the last episode, but just to jump in here, anything that would require a 3 or less on a success, like that the GM would set, you just automatically can do.
Yeah.
So if only 4, 5, and 6 are the difficulty levels.
Okay.
And then just out of game question, is this like the party can be split and it's fine, or we 3 are gonna wanna...
I think the party can be split. I don't know. This is, first time playing it. I'm not worried if we split up, but I did not design the game with splitting up necessarily in mind.
Got it.
I think there's since it is simplified, there usually should be like, this is the main goal and we're all working towards it. If we split up to work towards that, I think that works. Yeah.
Well, where is my supervisor, Barbie? I know Vet Tech is passed out.
Oh my God, we forgot to help her.
Yeah, do you want to help her while Astronaut Barbie was doing that kind of 911 call, figuring things out?
I'll tell you what, I'll ask Natty the dog to go get the polar bear treats, and I'll work on the passed out Vet Tech. But Supervisor Barbie's nowhere to be found?
Supervisor Barbie, you have not seen her yet, no.
So we have our polar bear. We have the issue of all the animals being a potential threat to themselves.
Yes.
But also, Supervisor Barbie.
Supervisor Barbie, yeah, you haven't seen her.
Because I'm like, you're right, somebody needs to pin down these animals, but then out of game, I'm like, well, that's not as fun as the polar bear. Okay, so with my basic checkup stethoscope knowledge, I will listen for a pulse, or whatever the plastic equivalent of a pulse is for Vet Tech Barbie.
Yeah, I think that you can tell that she is alive. You can tell that she's passed out. If you want to glean anything more, it would be a gaslight roll.
I would love to roll to see, was she knocked out? Did she faint? Was it like somebody syringe? What happened? Okay.
I think that's going to be gaslight. Mm-hmm. And let's think, are you using anything for this?
Could I do what they do with a flashlight when they like look up at their pupils or whatever?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
This is going to be a 5 because you're not a medical doctor, and I don't think it's using your profession, but I do think it's using your flashlight.
So that's 3 dice.
Yes, that's 3 dice. You're trying to roll 5.
Count them. There's a 5. Why don't we just keep the good times rolling? And a 6. Are you kidding?
Incredible.
Let's
So
see what the trouble is.
You open her eyelid and go in with the flashlight, and as you do so, when you shine the flashlight, this is happening while Astronaut Barbie's on the phone and while Cowgirl Barbie is being pulled. She snaps out of it, and she's like, "Ow! Why did you shine that in my eye?" She's like, "You're supposed to be going after the polar bear."
Wait, what do you know about the polar bear, Vet Tech Barbie?
I know that we have to get it back because it escaped. Duh.
What happened?
It got loose and it ran away.
I know, but why were you on the floor? It's still playtime. We're up and moving.
Well, it hit me and I was scared and I fainted.
Oh my goodness. I have to go. I'm headed to the camper.
So y'all are heading out. Cowgirl Barbie. You are holding on to this polar bear. The polar bear is approaching. Camper is going as well. Polar bear is approaching a busy road. It is going to go across said busy road. If you would like to continue holding on to it, it's going to be another gatekeep
Okay.
to engage physically with this as it drags you across this busy road.
If I don't hold on, do I just like fall and like hurt myself?
You wouldn't hurt yourself. It'd be like, whoa, and then polar bear goes, and then you're, catching up.
I'm gonna try to keep holding on to this thing.
Okay, this is another hard roll. This is gonna be another 6. You still are using your lasso. You're still doing exactly what your job is.
Mhm.
So you're still rolling a lot, right? You're rolling
5 dice.
5 dice.
Okay, I got a 3. I got a 3. I got a 1.
Oh no.
I got a 2.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I trust in the heart of the dice. I got a 6. Ah, baby.
So as you're going, cars are coming back and forth. It's very much like Frogger, and you're bobbing and weaving as this polar bear just like is bounding over these cars.
Whoa, holding on to my cowboy hat.
Meanwhile, the camper pulls up a side road and you're there. And what you see as you get there, what Cowgirl Barbie didn't see, is you see some of the farm animals are also approaching the side of the road.
Oh, we need to stop that. Okay. I think what I can do is take the same jury rigging spirit I was trying to do before and apply it in this situation. I'm going to hook my cell phone to my microphone and use some loose supplies in the camper to see if I can make a big old what are they called? Loudy talkie devices.
Megaphone?
Like megaphone?
Megaphones.
You got it.
To warn everybody.
And just to I realized we didn't go over the 911 call or the animal control call. There are people coming to help crowd control at the zoo, and there's also people heading towards City Hall because you figured that out by looking at it. So there are other folks who are going to be helping with this. They're just
Right.
further down the way. Okay, so to make this technology, what do you want to roll to make this technology?
I think this is a gaslight, in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah. I see that.
I'm not sure.
You have a 3 in
To
gaslight.
be honest, working against my own interest, I don't think astronauts are like particularly like incredible engineers, but they have like some rudimentary knowledge, I assume.
I think you're just trying to like reverse your like microphone situation, right? And
Yeah.
hook it up to your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's super. I think I've seen people do that. I think the challenge here is how quickly you're doing it.
Oh, gotcha. In that
like,
case, if it's quickly, is it this a girl boss? Not sure.
what do you think, rules lawyer? We're trying to rig up technology very quickly to broadcast a signal across the road.
I mean, here it says that it can be used to do something like move sneakily or stylishly. But gatekeep is physically engaged with surroundings. Gaslight is more it's I could see girl boss here. I could see girl boss just because it's like being capable.
Yeah,
in
you
a-
are
in a
being very
pinch.
capable in a pinch.
Ooh, okay.
And I think
awesome.
we can use your profession for this since you do have some
1,
tech savvy.
2, and I'm using two of my things, which is cell phone, microphone, and
Yes.
camper. So
This is challenging in the how quickly are you trying to do this? Animals are approaching.
I'm trying to do it fast.
Then it might be a hard thing. Like you're stopping the car to do this tech. I'm gonna say it's a 6. Yes.
Or I could try to drive while you construct this. Or try to like stop traffic or some. I don't know. What's helpful?
Yeah, that can bring it down to a 5, I think.
Perfect.
So are you getting a die for each thing right now? Or are you getting 4 extra dice?
Do I get an extra dice for
Or
each
are you
prop,
just
a
getting
camper,
3?
cell phone, and a microphone?
A camper,
So
cell
that's
phone, and
camper stuff
microphone.
and your profession, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're getting +4. Oh, you're not using your telescope. Yeah. So
Yeah, no telescope.
4 dice.
4 dice total.
Plus your
Plus 1.
1.
Five.
Is that your yeah.
Okay, 5 dice. And since Zookeeper Barbie is paving the way for you, it's going to just be challenging, a 5.
Okay, I'm rolling them all at once because I can't deal with the weight. I rolled a 6, so there you go.
Excellent. So the
Yeah.
broadcast system happens. Cars start stopping. So you have stopped traffic in this area. And some of the animals, there's like a camper sized, I would say, but just barely camper sized break through this road that you could drive through. However, you notice the animals that are trying to cross. There happens to be a chicken, there happens to be a fox, and also it looks like one of the animals was carrying a bag of grain. And so that's also there. And Zookeeper Barbie, this stuff is really expensive, so you definitely don't want it to go to waste. Luckily, Cowgirl Barbie has kind of paved the way for you. So do you want to deal with these animals, or do you want to just head towards the polar bear?
Do I need to solve the classic fox chicken brain, or is that just flavor?
This is open world, so I mean, you could solve it, or you could do something else.
Okay, for funds, let me try it. I can only carry 2 items at once. So the first thing, I would carry the fox and the grain and take it to one side. And then I get the chicken, right?
Yes, I think it's you in the riddle. You can only have one.
I can only carry 1? Oh, okay.
Not in Barbieland.
Oh, okay. So first I have to take the
carrying
chicken.
all of these accessories too, so
Good point. Okay, so I'm gonna carry the chicken, delicately put the chicken where it goes. Then I'm going to
Take the.
hang on, Barbies. Then it's impossible. Astronaut Barbie. This is physically, the physics here aren't adding up. I can only carry one thing.
I'm running the calculations, but nothing's adding up. Oh,
Okay,
no.
I-
You have to focus on driving.
I have to go after the
no, you have to carry one. What?
I have to go after the polar bear then. I'm stunned.
Okay.
I have the
So
chicken
you
on one
carry-
side, I have the grain and the fox on the other.
Well, you carry the chicken to one
Wait.
side.
I have an idea. Look, there's Cowboy Barbie. We have 3 of us. Let's all each carry one.
Except Cowgirl Barbie has a polar bear.
My hands are full right now. I can't carry no chicken, fox, or anything.
I like to imagine we are like side by side, like the camper is keeping pace with just
The
you.
polar bear. The polar bear's
Like-
going 60 miles an hour down the interstate.
And you got like roller skates or something. You're just like riding along.
I have
The
it.
My
cowboy
turn into
boots.
roller skates.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Wait,
I
they're
take
Heelys.
I pick the fox up, but I leave my dog Natty to make sure the chicken don't get into the grain. Take the fox across, take the feed across, take the chicken across. And I did it
Great
because I
job.
cheated. I'll look up the actual answer later.
Oh, and as you do this, you see animal care director Barbie has made it to this other side, and she goes, "Great, get them loaded up." And she's got animal carriers to put the animals in on the other side. So she gets those animals loaded up for you. She's like, "Go after them, go after them."
This is animal care Barbie, not the supervisor Barbie from before.
This is supervisor Barbie, animal care director Barbie.
Supervisor Barbie, what happened?
What happened? I walked away for 2 seconds, leaving you in charge, and all of a sudden the polar bear was out. What happened, Barbie?
You are the supervisor of this facility, Supervisor Barbie.
You said you had everything in hand.
You know what? I'll tell you what we don't have in hand, and that's a polar bear. So we're going to...
And I look around as I'm hearing this. Yeah, I got it in hand right here.
We'll sort this out later.
Seeing my friend being, I think, blatantly gaslit in front of me, I will step in and say, "You're not a very good supervisor, are you? At the end of the day, the responsibility will fall on you. By the way, do you have any beef with City Hall?"
Do I have any beef with City Hall? No, they fund us. No, I don't have any beef with City Hall.
I would like to make a roll.
Yeah, what role?
I want to see. I want to see if they incited this whole incident. Maybe.
Director Barbie?
Director Barbie.
Yeah, go ahead. I think
Yeah.
this is Gaslight, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, cowgirl Barbie.
I don't think you're using anything for this. Also, this is.
literally.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it.
I do like.
What exactly are you trying to glean here? You're trying to glean if she started it, or you're trying to glean motivations?
I'm trying to glean if she is trying to shift the blame on something she deliberately did.
Gotcha. I think this is going to be a 6. Because this is a big
I
thing.
haven't rolled less than a 6 yet.
Yeah, you got it.
Got it.
What is this? 3 dice because you're
3 dice.
gaslighting?
3
Yeah.
dice. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this individually because I'm scared. All right, first one is 4, 6. Boom,
Excellent.
baby.
No
Nothing.
failures.
So something in her eyes kind of flickers when you're like, I think that you did this. And she says, no, City Hall funds us. And you sense in her a deep envy for Zookeeper Barbie because it was Zookeeper Barbie's idea to have this big event at the zoo. And it was an opportunity to get more funding, but it wasn't her idea to get more funding. So if something were to go wrong, then maybe we wouldn't have this type of event again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just kind of start walking. Actually, where are we? Are we still in the camper? Just driving?
You are in the camper. You pulled over shoes and you talked out the
Gotcha.
window for a
Well,
second.
I'm just gonna scream out the window as we drive away. This has been so fun so far. I'm so glad Zookeeper Barbie can throw an actual event.
Ah!
Thanks for
and I can throw an actual lasso.
Thanks for saying that, Barb.
Okay.
She really made me feel like there was a big polar bear-shaped hole in my heart. Now let's go fill it with a polar bear!
Hey y'all, hope you're enjoying the episode so far. We don't have any ads or anything, but I'm just jumping in here in the middle to talk a little bit about this show since these are our first few episodes. Like we said at the beginning, our goal is to try out a new game every month. Think of this as an RPG book club. We have our own list of games that we're already interested in, but the goal is, at the end of every game episode where we discuss the RPG we just finished, we will randomly select a new role-playing game from that list to play next month. That said, we'd love to take listener suggestions for future episodes. So if you've got a favorite TTRPG or you're interested in learning about a system you've never tried before, please send your suggestions to our email, readplaygamepod@gmail.com. You could also message us your thoughts on our socials listed in the description. We get so excited to hear about new games, so don't hesitate to reach out. Again, we are randomly selecting these games, so if you suggest one, there's going to be a good chance we play it later down the line. So if you like hearing about new games and think your friends might too, feel free to keep listening and consider sharing this podcast with them. We're mostly doing this for fun, but if we can introduce even one person to a fun new game, I'd say we've done our jobs. So yeah, thanks again for listening. Let's jump back into the episode.
Approaching City Hall. The camper is catching up to Polar Bear. Cowgirl Barbie, you are now in between the camper and the polar bear. Do you want to do anything as you're holding on?
So I am in front of the camper.
You are currently in front of the camper. It is very close to you at this point.
Can I reach out and touch it with my free hand? Like if I reach back?
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
So campers have a bumper. I mean, all cars have a bumper. What if I hook my lasso to the front of the camper, and so they can slam on the brakes and slow up this polar bear?
I do think that a camper would be stronger than you. This is really hard. You're trying a lot of very hard physical things, so I do think that this is another gatekeep for 6. However, and this is you're tying a knot. You're using your lasso, so you get one for that, but I don't think you get your cowgirl expertise.
Cowgirl bonus,
So you're rolling what? 4?
4, 6.
You said Yeah, 46.
Okay.
Yeah, you're rolling 4d6 and you're trying to beat a 6.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it all at once. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna roll them one by one again. Come on. Okay, we got one. Got a 2.
Okay.
I got a 2. I got a 3. Oh. I got a 5.
Okay. So mark a failure.
Oh no.
You
first
still have
failure.
our first failure. As I said, I thought this might be a little broken, but you mark a failure. As you just feel your confidence go down a tiny bit, but you still feel pretty good. You're still wrestling a polar bear. As you go to tie the knot, you feel the rope go slack in front of you. And as you turn, you see that the polar bear has shredded through it with its teeth as it felt it slowing down a little bit and is full barreling forward. However, you have a hold of the camper, so you're not being crushed under the wheels or anything. Like you're right there on the camper. And now we just have high-speed polar bear camper chase. And as you see in front of you, in front of City Hall, there is a scene. There's a scene as different animal control vehicles, different zoo vehicles pull up right in front of City Hall to get this polar bear as it is approaching.
Okay.
So we do have the yummy polar bear treats, right? Okay.
You do.
Because Barbies, it's really important to me as Zookeeper Barbie that all the Barbies here get to see this polar bear alive and well and intact. So if we can get it home in one piece, that would be my top priority. So, Bob,
Hmm?
how big is this camper?
Big enough.
We could try to drive ahead of the polar bear, whip an Akira turn, and then flip the doors open, have the treats in there, and hope that it comes into the camper and then shut all the doors.
Is what you're asking me to do the following: operating a large vehicle in an extremely dangerous fashion that only an expert such as myself could do? I'm in.
And everything in here is plastic, and we have stickers to replace anything that gets scratched, right?
Of course.
I say we go for it.
But we gotta be really careful with the toys, because
My mom said I couldn't get
my
another
mom said I
one.
couldn't get another.
I'm just hanging on for dear life to the front of the camper. Can't be any harder than flying a spaceship.
Okay,
Rockets.
this is interesting, and this isn't something we have a mechanic for. Well, I kind of did this earlier, because I feel like this is a group action in a way. I'm not sure whether we should break this up into a couple actions and have it be like getting the camper in place and then luring the bear, or if it should be one big thing. What do you think, rules lawyer? Earlier, our zookeeper Barbie helped out and it lowered the challenge rating, and that just kind of happened. So we could do something like that
Yeah,
too.
the first roll could affect the second or third.
We didn't
roll.
even do that. It was just something that zookeeper
Oh, that's
could
with
do.
the help.
Yeah.
But
Which
if
I
you wanted to make
imagine-
it multiple rolls, you
Yeah.
could.
Well, I imagine having the food out is something that you can do. That seems like just a reasonable zookeeper action, like luring. That makes sense. So I think the real challenge here is with the camper, right?
We could say like, yeah, that there's the getting the food, maybe wafting the odor, there's maneuvering the camper, and then maybe getting the bear's attention. So I could see like me setting the trap, you placing the trap, and then Cowgirl Barbie like
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
The polar bear already doesn't like me.
yeah, there you go.
The cowgirl Barbie is
Yeah.
part of the attraction. It's like, this cowgirl smells like my favorite snack. Let's
Oh, have you roll around in the like?
Yeah, I'm down. Sacrifice
Yeah.
my body for the cause.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you set a DV for the or a difficulty value for the last one, and then like each action before it could decrease it
That's
by one.
great.
That can.
here's what I'm going to say. This is a very difficult maneuver that you're all doing together. The challenge value for the final like zoom around, get the bear in the car is a 6. And which role were you going to use for that, Anish? What were you thinking?
Oh, this is 100% girl boss. I'm trying
Excellent.
to break out of my mold.
Love
This
it.
is my time.
So we've got a challenge rating 6 for girl boss. You'll be using your astronaut and your camper.
Yes.
So you're rolling 3 die, right? Don't roll it yet. So to help out, again, this is a pretty hard thing. So each of you can try. If you fail, you will take a failure. But it won't change it can't make the challenge rating harder. But your challenge ratings are also 6 because this is a very complicated maneuver you're all trying to do. So first, I think, is the food, right? What would you like to use for this?
So I imagine we have some delicious plastic pellets. Perhaps there's also a tin of gravy to really make it like whatever the special treat that the polar bear gets on its birthday. We'll say on her birthday, Samantha the polar bear gets grits with gravy when she's good and on her birthday. So I'll have that set up, mashed, diced, just the way she likes it.
Do you think that this is a gaslight or a gatekeep? I'm going to say it's not a girl boss, I don't think.
Not very stylish.
Right, yeah.
I think it's you're either trying to manipulate the bear or if they're doing a literal sense of like you are.
I'll go for gatekeep because it's a physical task, and let's say I'm like doing it as quickly or like trying to produce as much as possible. Maybe I'm like, dispersing it around so that once Samantha enters, it's not just in one pile. She has to kind of like look around to get all of it.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
So you're rolling gatekeep. That's 3 die. And I think this is definitely using your profession. So you're rolling 4 die. If you beat a 6, challenge rating goes
2.
down for
3, 6.
Excellent.
Nice.
So the challenge rating for the eventual one will now be a 5. Now, Cowgirl Barbie, what are you doing to help out this situation?
So I'm trying to be the bait. Is that the thing?
It can be, yes.
That's the plan. Okay. So I'm hanging on to the front of this camper, and my thinking is, I already got some of this connection with the polar bear from when I was lassoing it before, and what I do is I like get this food, and I kind of put it over my on the outside of my jacket, kind of like I'm waxing my jacket a little bit.
Yes. What this is going to be, this is a hard thing to do, not because that's a hard thing to do, but because right now you're at the front of the camper. So you're going to have to gatekeep your way into the back of the camper. And then it's like, and now I'm part of it. And now
Copy.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, understood. Knowing all of that, what I'm going to do, oh gosh, I put my headphones on. I start playing my favorite tune.
Of course.
Just like
I just start blasting Charlie XCX, and I close my eyes, and I'm like, I am one with the camper, and I start trying to climb around the camper, on top, and then climb up over the camper, and then swing in.
Excellent. So gatekeep, still challenge 6, but you're using your headphones. So you get to roll another one. So that's 4 total, right?
Yep.
Okay. And if you can do this, then the challenge rating will go down to 4, which would be great, which is doable.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So I get 4 die.
You get 4 die. You're trying to beat a 6.
All right. We got a 1.
Okay.
We got a 5. We got a 1. We got a 3.
Okay. So you're going around, and you're really struggling with it. You're trying to get back there, but you're prioritizing, I think, your health in this moment. So you're holding on, and you feel, again, a little stab of insecurity as you take another failure. Because you're nearing your flop era. You're not there yet, but you're feeling a little flop-ish. Now, we come to Astronaut Barbie. Barb. Your challenge rating is 5. What are you rolling for this?
This is a girl boss. I have only a 1 in girl boss, but since I'm using the camper,
That's 2.
That's 2, and my excellent skills in any sort of vehicle.
That's 3. Cool. So you're rolling 3 dice. You're trying to beat a 5.
Yeah, I think I'm also a little thrown off after almost running over cowgirl Barbie. But I take a deep breath and I go for it. First roll. 2.
Okay.
Second roll. 1.
Oh no.
This is my pink dice.
Here we go.
3.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay. So the camper moves next to the polar bear, and you see the polar bear kind of lift its head to sniff a little bit, and then as you spin around, the camper goes to the side where the polar bear would be able to jump in. You're doing an excellent like drift spin situation here. The polar bear smells it and starts jumping, but you overcorrected, so it just goes past the polar bear and spins back around as the polar bear approaches the crowd that is in front of it. Do we want to try?
Did a donut.
You did a
Just-
donut around the polar bear? It did
Did you guys
smell
see
the
that?
food.
You girl bossed. It was stylish for sure. You girl bossed.
You did, girl boss.
And take a failure.
Yeah.
But the polar bear is continuing to move forward. You see that it's approaching sort of another street area, that this one is actually a bridge. So it's going to be going over a bridge as you are going. Do we want to do anything here?
I'd like a quick, have I ever, since we got close enough, have I ever seen Samantha in this sort of state? Is there something about her eyes, a collar, or like, in my knowledge, why would a polar bear be so one-directional charge
Yeah.
like this? Have I ever seen this?
Yeah. Roll gaslight because you're trying to perceive. Also use your zookeeper.
Okay, so that'll be 3.
And this is challenging. This is a 5.
I have a game question. We can't share our Barbie props, right?
I don't think so.
No.
It was
I think maybe, but
it was to beat a 5.
No, it's mine.
It was a 5, yes. Yay!
Nice.
Listeners, for those who can't see, it was a 5.
So you're looking at her, and it's slow motion as we go back to the camper spinning around, and there is that one moment where you're just head on with the polar bear, and you've got the food, and you're looking her in the eye, and you see her eyes are dilated in a way that you recognize that perhaps she has been given not a ton, like not a dangerous amount for her health, but like adrenaline. Where
Somebody
she's just
doped
going?
the bear.
Give me one shot of adrenaline. Okay. Have I ever seen this before, or like I can't place it?
It's adrenaline. You know that somebody gave
I know
her
it's adrenaline. Okay. But this like singular purpose, like does that come with aggression usually? Or like
No, you think that she could be taken off course. You think she just went straight. Like maybe she was just running.
like spooked maybe?
Yeah.
Got it.
She's
Okay.
about to go over the bridge towards City Hall.
Okay. We've tried intercepting in front of her. We could try to lure her back to us.
Maybe
Mhm.
an impassioned plea.
And you have an impassioned plea, or you have your like megaphone that you set up.
Yeah.
What if
Wait. What if we get cowgirl Barbie, somebody who's been with this polar bear the longest? What if we put you on the megaphone?
I would also say we could Google like baby polar bear crying
And put it on the megaphone?
or something like, or like baby seal, very delicious, something like
Wait,
that. Like,
wait, don't I bet cowgirls like know how to like mimic animals.
Make sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I know all the. Oh yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. Like I know all the, stuff for
Yeah.
the horses and whatnot. I could like try to use my skills to call in the bull.
Also, what are your items?
could we?
I still got the purse and the headphones, and I guess I could probably re-loop the lasso.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
We could try to drive alongside Samantha and have Cowgirl Barbie get on top of Samantha.
That's not a bad idea. I like that idea.
I don't know why we didn't do this sooner.
Let's ride the polar
Jump the shark
bear.
and ride the polar bear.
I yell to cowgirl Barbie. Get in.
And I swing in.
Yes.
I swing in the camper.
And yeah, you're able to do that. You were just too slow to get there in time for the bear.
Howdy, partners.
Hi, Barbie.
What I miss? Hey, Barbie.
Well, we all
Barbie.
three missed the polar bears. What we missed when we tried to do that little move there, but that's okay because we can try again.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
So you're driving right up next to the polar bear,
Yes.
and then you're gonna try to jump onto the polar bear.
Yes.
Correct.
And when you
Are we doing anything else?
When you get on there, scratch her right behind her right ear. She really likes that.
Noted. I'll do just that.
Okay. I think that the camper van is in line with the polar bear.
Mhm.
This is hard again. This is definitely a 6. We're into 6 territory. However, let's talk about what you can roll. This is a gatekeep.
Mhm.
Yes. So that's already 3.
Right.
And then what are you using for this?
Okay. So skills as, a cowgirl, I know how to jump on like bucking animals and whatnot. Hum 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 hum. I could still listen to some music, or I could I don't know if the lasso would help at all. Well, maybe like, use the lasso as kind of like a like reins. Sort of, like a single-handed, like to like whoa, whoa up on the thing. I think the lasso again, jump on there.
And I think we're gonna do a different thing here than we did last time for these kind of coordinated activities, because I think you giving the hint of how the polar bear likes to be scratched, Zookeeper Barbie, I think that gives you some zookeeper knowledge that would give you another one.
Okay, cool. So 6.
Yeah, 6. 6 to get a 6.
Okay.
You got it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, we got a 3. We got a 6.
Hey!
Hey,
God.
So
woohoo!
The donut goes around and then matches pace with the polar bear as you go up this hill, and at the top of the hill you can see City Hall in front of you, tons of vehicles, tranquilizer guns. You see news reporter Barbie standing out and being like, oh, it's just the saddest day for the zoo. It's a shame that they couldn't get their animals under control because they tried to overextend their programming with the event today. And as they are watching, cameras on y'all, Cowgirl Barbie, with the help of Zookeeper Barbie and Astronaut Barbie, jumps onto the polar bear and gets the reins around its like front shoulders area, and you are able to pull the polar bear to a bit of a stop. And this is right in front. Like you just zoom in, kind of drift to the side, but the tranquilizer guns do not go off because the polar bear seems to be at least partially under control now.
Can I, on the loudspeaker while I got the crowd's attention, I yell, fund local education!
Yes, you can do that, absolutely. As you are pulling up, though, you see Vet Tech Barbie and Animal Care Director or Supervisor Barbie are pulling up in their vehicle, and you see Vet Tech Barbie pulls out a tranquilizer gun and goes, Why is nobody doing anything? The polar bear is loose, and goes to take aim in this moment.
I step between.
I jump.
Yeah,
You step between.
all 3 of us.
I like.
Can we all three slow-mo jump?
I like lean forward and just grab onto Samantha's neck, and I'm just scratching around behind the ear, like, oh, it's gonna be okay, girl. It's okay.
Incredible. Girl. So Zookeeper Barbie stepping in between. Cowgirl Barbie is keeping her calm, and then Astronaut Barbie, do you want to do anything?
I just jump like in front of the line of fire. I don't know if she's shooting yet. I'm just gonna laterally just
okay. And
it.
I think that this is not even hard because you're just in front of it and there are 2 of you. So instead of y'all rolling, I'm just gonna roll a d4. Who wants to be odds? Who wants to be evens for who's gonna get shot by this tranquilizer gun?
Odds.
I'll be evens.
You're not getting shot because you're on the polar bear. I think you're safe.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Odds.
Okay.
Cool.
That's odd. Zookeeper Barbie standing in front as astronaut Barbie jumps. It almost hits astronaut Barbie, but Zookeeper Barbie with your arms spread to take the tranquilizer gun, you get jabbed right in the middle. And you see the news reporters and all of the staff look at you. And right before the world fades for now, you sense an overwhelming gratitude and respect from all of these people that you would put your well-being on the line for the animals. Now, as you come to, your friends next to you in the medic, they have a truck in Barbieland, right? The medic truck.
Or like one that like folds out.
Yeah, the one that folds out. Astronaut Barbie, Cowgirl Barbie, and the polar bear are all there as you wake up. You see in the distance animal care director or supervisor Barbie and vet tech Barbie getting loaded up to go to time out. Do we want to do anything else before another perfect day in Barbieland comes to a close?
I will address supervisor and vet tech Barbie.
Okay.
And I will say, the most important part of being zookeeper Barbie, it's not the zoo. It's the keeping part of it. We keep them safe. We keep their care and well-being at the forefront. And that's where you messed up, and I hope you think about that while you're in timeout. We, however, will be putting on our headphones thanks to Cowgirl Barbie, and driving around thanks to Astronaut Barbie, and enjoying some delicious pellets with Samantha and some grain with the chicken, and having another wonderful day in Barbieland. Right, Natty? And Natty the dog goes, "Row!"
And I look over to Samantha, who is now my best friend and I have with me at all times, and I'm like, "Right, Samantha?" And Samantha's just like, and blows snot all over.
Incredible. I think I'm just going to look in adoration at my best friends and take in what a lovely day this has been so far. Oh my God. We have to finish the rest of our day.
You totally have to get back to outer space.
And there are all those cows to wrangle for Cowgirl. Lovely. And that brings this day in Barbieland, or this portion of the day in Barbieland, to a close. Excellent job, Barbies. You got to the bottom of
Thank
that
you, Barbie.
mystery.
Thank you, Barbie.
Thank you, Barbie.